Welcome back, everyone. This is Super Kelly Brothers Podcast, episode 70. My name is Sloan Kelly,
My name's Jody Kelly.
and we're here. We're back again on YouTube.
Yep, we
Try
are.
face straight off the bat. Touched my face. There you go.
It's not the worst thing you've touched today, probably.
It's probably true. I had Timmy's earlier on, so
You do what?
the Timmy's earlier on.
Are they still open?
Oh yeah. I mean, basically every restaurant is Taco Bell now.
All right. I like a Taco Bell.
Yeah. It's a reference to.
I take it they're not open, so it's just for the pick up.
Yeah, they're not open. I think you can go in and get pickup, or you can do drive-through.
You can actually go into it.
Yeah, but it's just like you go in, you pick up your stuff, and you leave.
All right.
It's just like every.
Drive-through.
No.
Suppose not everybody's got a car, right enough. Can't just stand, in front of a car.
You say that, but we went to Shoppers Drug Mart and there's a KFC right beside it, and there was a woman standing in the drive-through on her own, not in a car.
There you go.
And waiting for her chicken. I want my chicken.
My deep fried chicken.
Yep.
That's my southern drawl.
That's a terrible, terrible southern accent.
Mm-hmm.
So how you been? How's life inside?
In lockdown.
Lockdown, yeah.
It's all right. Quite enjoying it. No, I'm getting used to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we've tried to achieve something every day, so we've kind of moved things about. You may have noticed I'm slightly sitting in a little bit different part. Same room, but different area of the room. I moved furniture about today, and my studio. I moved a cupboard we had in here out into the studio, so it's much more kind of organised out there. Getting it's nice. It's nice. I've got my Pac-Man machine and my Galaga machine, quarter-sized arcade cabinets on display now.
Nice.
Looking very nice. And I've got on display the present that you were going to be getting if you'd come over, which I could show you.
Sure.
But I'm not going to go and get it just now.
All right, okay.
Later.
Well, hopefully we'll get across next year. So
that'd be nice.
Our previous idea to go back to do. Everybody was talking about going to Orlando next year, but
yeah,
they're talking about like all these crazy things with the theme parks that are basically, I think, unworkable. I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they're talking about they're going to have to like wipe down the seats every time. You're going to be standing in like 4-hour queues.
Was this next year? They're still talking about doing things like that.
They're talking about Disney World might not open until January.
Right.
I mean, how is that sustainable? I don't know. Anyway, it just it's.
I think this will. I mean, the lockdown will gradually get lifted and we'll kind of go back, but we'll not get back to complete normality. I don't think.
I mean, I don't mind the idea. Like I was saying to Henry that the only way that you can actually do it is do the way they do in the cruises, which is when you walk into something like a ride or whatever, they basically tell you to Purell your hands, and if you don't do it, you don't get in.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing when you go to a cruise. If you go to the dining room and you don't Purell your hands, they say no, you can't enter. And I think that's.
But then they'd need to have a limited amount of people in the park so that they can kind of control that as well.
Yeah. Oh, Anna-Marie complained about. Remember how we couldn't? This is episode 60 or whatever it was. I went to the Rise of the Resistance and we couldn't get in.
Yeah.
So Anna-Marie wrote to Disney World and said, "This is ridiculous. We kind of planned our trip around this, which we did."
That's right.
And they gave us 3 free tickets, any park, anytime. Runs out in like 10 years.
Fantastic.
Yeah. And that was way before the lockdown as well. So
very good.
Big shout out to Disney World. Thank you very much for doing the right thing. It was very nice. Thank you.
Holla.
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 Raised hands emoji.
Yeah. Good for them.
That's right. Yeah.
Change out of Bob Iger's back pocket there.
Right. Yeah. Yeah,
Well, not that he's there anymore, but you know what I mean.
it's the new Bob. I don't know what his name is. Bob,
New,
some or
new
other.
Bob.
New
He's
Bob.
not. He's
Bob.
not Uncle Bob. He's my
No,
favourite Bob.
Bob Iger, I think, is probably. I think we spoke about this at the time, but when he left it, I think he- he's probably done the most for Disney, other than obviously Walt Disney himself.
Yeah, absolutely.
Um,
So the cat's doing something. I don't know what he's doing. He's playing. I've got my sock with cat. Well, Evelyn's brother got my sock with catnip in it.
oh yeah, they love catnip.
But it's got like, a kilo's worth of catnip in it, and he's like absolutely mad for it, and he's like messing about with it just now.
They tell you about our
All
last.
over the place.
We got him catnip as a Christmas present, and he wasn't the most active of cats. Our last cat
Yeah.
came down one morning and he was lying, like kind of sprawled out like that. The present had been ripped open and there was catnip everywhere.
Oh dear,
Yeah, he'd basically got spaced out on catnip.
it's mad, isn't it?
I don't know what it is. And the other thing as well is because I think it's catnip's like part of the mint family.
Is it?
So when I brush my teeth, he loves like the smell of my breath. Like I'll be sitting on the sofa and he'll be like, there.
Oh really?
Yeah.
His tuna breath and your minty breath.
It's Boke City.
That is, or whatever he's been eating.
Yeah.
Dead mice and all that. That was the cat. That thud. Don't know if you heard it.
I did hear it.
Just rolling about the floor with it.
What were you entertaining yourself with this week other than rearranging your furniture?
Well, quite a few things. We watched a program called Miracle Workers. It's on. We've got a channel here. I think it's maybe in HBO or something over there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got Steve Buscemi in it and Daniel Radcliffe, and it's set up in a version of heaven.
Mm-hmm.
Steve Buscemi's God. Daniel Radcliffe is a guy that sifts through all the prayers, but he gets the crap prayers like, you know.
I need a new bicycle.
Well, just kind
what?
of, I hope my dinner's nice tonight or something, just rubbish prayers,
Right.
not the really good ones.
Is this
And
it feels like a Terry Pratchett thing?
no, it's based on a novel though.
Oh,
It's
is
based on
okay.
a novel. Aye. And there's 2 seasons of it, but we blasted the first season there. It was only like 8 episodes,
Okay.
and it was 20 minutes long. But seeing them, you
Mm.
could tell like when there's an advert, they cram in 4 adverts in
Yeah.
a 20-minute program. It's like
Yeah.
crazy. I could not watch that if it was like
See,
done that way.
okay. So people say that, but when it goes across the UK, you still have. It's still a 20-minute show.
Yeah, but you have an advert in either side of it. But there's the way we watched it in catch up, so there was no adverts at all. So it was 20 minutes, 22 minutes each
Yeah,
one.
it's the same amount of time. So I mean, if it's a half-hour time slot in TV, so the difference is that you'll get the advert halfway through it, but that advert is going to last 5 minutes. Like
Yeah.
that's the thing that I realized after living here is the fact that there are a lot more ad breaks in shows because you'll have like the cold open, it'll do the adverts, it'll do the titles, it'll do adverts, and then it'll do the first act. Then the end of first act, adverts, second act, adverts,
Yeah.
end. In the UK, it's you get adverts at the start of it, obviously, and then the titles run or the cold open titles, first act, and then there'll be an ad break for 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Whereas you get it's like a minute and a half here.
Yeah, but at least it's only one break in between. It's like, just getting into it, then you're like, oh, adverts.
Yeah.
And then an advert again, and then halfway, too many breaks. But anyway, it doesn't have that and plus the fact I'm too used to watching things and catch up and streaming. So, it's all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not interested in adverts.
No one is.
Yeah, but it's good. Daniel Radcliffe's making some really good decisions these days. and this is another good one for him. This one is based in heaven, like I say. The
Mhm.
second one is based like it's like in a history thing, but more kind of set, you know, back in the day type thing, and I don't know if it's Roman times or something, but it's kind of old. But it's the same actors. It's one of those ones.
Oh, so it's like a kind of American Gothic type idea.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So, um, so we've been watching Disney, like, crazy. Um, I won't bore you because it's all old films that we've been watching. Really, watched Doctor Dolittle, which was okay actually. Wasn't that bad.
The RDJ one.
The Eddie Murphy.
Oh right. Oh right.
Oh
Yeah.
no, not the new one.
Yeah.
The Eddie Murphy one. It was okay. Wasn't great.
I, th-
Danny liked it.
I thought the first one was okay. The second one was meh.
He wants to see the second one, and it's on there obviously. So, yeah.
Mm.
We watched a film on Netflix. It's a new animation on Netflix about a family that meet the Thornberrys or something.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Did
Is
you
that
see that?
that seems quite old?
No, it's brand new. It's let me second. I'll tell you exactly what it's called. She knows. Uh,
Is it Wild Thornberries? I think it was.
no, that's what you're thinking of.
Yeah.
Uh, oh,
Talk amongst yourselves, folks.
aye.
Does it star Joe Exotic?
No,
Carol Baskin?
no,
Jeff, it looks like the Vulture from Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
no.
No. Okay. The crazy Baba O'Reilly guy
Uh,
from Myrtle
no.
Beach. Relaxing.
Anyway, God, I can't remember the name of it. Anyway, it was crap. It was like totally incoherent story.
All that for
Um, total incoherent story. Just seemed to be chaos on screen. Quite well animated and stuff like that, but
but a waste of time.
Danny watched it all. I never watched it all.
The irony. Yeah.
And then watched Extraction.
Oh,
Don't know, did you get to see it last night?
I didn't. I was gonna go and see it, but yeah, we ended up just watching 4 hours of Community instead because nobody
No,
wanted to
no,
see it.
it's fair enough. I took notes actually. I enjoyed it, and I did enjoy it. I'd heard a review of it and said it was rubbish,
Mhm.
but it certainly wasn't rubbish. I mean, the action sequences were fantastic in it.
Yeah.
Chris Hemsworth doesn't have a great deal to do in it, but he's good. I thought you'd watched it, so I thought we could have discussed it.
I'll watch it this week and we'll talk about it next week.
All right, okay.
Okay.
I mean, it kind of reminded me of those kind of movies you like, the 80s action kind of flicks,
All right. Okay. So
Really good.
big hunting knives through skulls, that kind of stuff.
Oh, aye, it's
Yeah.
violent. It's violent.
IMDb write up about it, and it's like this is ultra violence, and there's no.
Yeah,
It's like four lines of swearing or something in it, and the rest of it's just like stabbing people up through the throat and stuff.
no social distancing at all.
No, none whatsoever.
Yeah. So anyway, we can talk about it, I suppose.
Okay.
And of course, watched Devs as well, which I think you've finished.
Yes, I have. Yeah.
Uh, wow, that is.
I have kind of mixed feelings about it, to be honest.
Yeah,
Um.
I really enjoyed it. Right.
Uh-huh.
Because it really is a deep one. It's a real high concept thing. But the pacing, seem to have watched a lot of these things where the pacing is very, very slow recently.
He was
But
off.
it's obviously meant to be like that,
Yeah. Did you
Um,
do you know the episode? I mean, the episode 5 where they basically, I think Katie is she's in the projection room and she's like just scrubbing through time, and then it's kind of zooming in on Lily's past, and then it goes back to like Sergey, and then it goes back to Jamie, and then it does this kind of, it talks about it sort of shows where Forrest is, like where Forrest was, and it was like it added nothing to the story. Like you could have extrapolated all of that from the information that's given out in the rest of the episode.
I mean, it's like we've said these things before, that
Yeah.
you could probably have cut it to 6 episodes. It may have been a bit tighter.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
didn't like the lead in it at all. I thought she was
the girl,
I thought she was incredibly wooden.
I didn't to begin with, but as it went on, I liked her. I thought she was good.
And then,
Something better.
no, like everybody else seemed like Katie was this cold-hearted, played by Alison Pill, I think it is, from what was she in that I've seen her in. Scott Pilgrim Saves the World. That's the one. And she's very good. She plays this kind of cold-hearted, kind of extremely logical person, and even she had a range of emotion that the lead actress didn't have. Like in her cold aloofness, she had the emotion, and I didn't really like her, the lead actress. She just kind of came in, oh, my boyfriend's been killed. The boyfriend gets killed in like the first half an hour of the thing. We're not spoiling anything yet. Oh no, my boyfriend got killed. Oh well. It's just like,
yeah, I know what you mean, but as it went on, I kind of got used to her style. But I mean, there's so many layers to it. I'd love to see somebody kind of write or do a YouTube thing about it. But certainly not us. I've not got the intelligence to go deep dive into it type thing. But yeah, there's so many layers to it, and what they were trying to achieve, or what you thought they were trying to achieve at first, and then what he's actually, because of, it's difficult to explain without giving anything away, but what the guru guy, the developer, what he's trying to achieve out of it because of his daughter, he's trying to kind of achieve. Can I say anything kind of about it?
With spoilers.
Yeah. And then there's obviously the whole scenario about his security guy,
Kent,
going around killing everybody.
Who had the most bizarre name in the world, because like at times he was called Kent, other times he was called Ken, and then he was Kenton, and it was all these weird names. It was like, who the hell is this guy, and why does he have all these weird pronunciations and sort of different spellings of his name?
I actually think it's one of the best murder scenes I've seen in a long time. See the bit when the Russian kind of
the operative guy. Oh yeah, that
guy in the car park with the music. I thought
Yeah.
that was a terrific moment.
Yeah, I think that was Anton. I think Anton, the Russian spy. That was amazing. That bit, yeah. Two middle-aged, clearly spy type guys fighting each other.
Yeah. Well, Kenton, he was ex-CIA, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Supposedly.
There's a nice thing about the Great American Century in there. There's a little bit of kind of politics in there as well. And there was I mentioned it, and I sent you a message saying that the entire lab is made up of a Menger sponge, which is like a fractal, which is fitting as well because of what they're trying to do. I thought Nick Offerman was amazing as Forrest. I thought he did a really good job as the sort of guru.
Yeah, tech guy,
billionaire dude.
I liked him as well.
I liked the other two guys, Lyndon and oh God, I can't remember that. Stuart, Stephen
Stuart, the older guy.
guy. Yeah.
Stuart, yeah.
They were really
Aye,
good together as well.
yep.
That bit on the dam, man, my hands were like
I know.
palms were sweaty.
And she had seen that over and over and knew exactly what was going to happen,
Yeah,
and she let him do it, or her do it. I don't know if it was a boy or a girl. That Lyndon,
him played by a woman, but it's a him. The character was a him.
him, aye,
I think he's supposed to be
Um,
14-year-old.
and she knew what was going to happen,
Mm,
and she let him do it anyway.
yeah,
Uh, yeah, I think once it got into that area, it was like, like you think it's one thing, then you think it's about something else, and then it's like, okay, because they've done that, now they've discovered that you can see this.
mm,
Do you know what I mean? They can see things happen.
yeah.
So,
The whole thing about predicting
uh-huh.
could be
No
even
spoilers.
no spoilers. I mean, the problem is I want to
In
talk about
fact,
the ending.
do you know what? Because we're just talking bloody rhythm, rhymes and
I know. Let's just say spoilers.
riddles.
Right, spoilers.
Spoilers from now on.
Spoilers from now on. So if you haven't watched Devs, fast forward this bit, and we'll do the whole Team America signal when we're ready, and you can zoom back in. If you're watching and if you're listening in the podcast, then sorry,
Oh, jeez.
I don't know how we're gonna do it. Just fast forward until we stop talking.
Should we do it? Maybe we should do a spoiler one next week.
You wanna? I'm okay with doing it just now. Let's just do it just now.
Okay.
I didn't like the ending.
You
I
didn't?
thought I thought it was too San Junipero. And I cannot stand that episode of Black Mirror. I actually eye rolled and went, he's done this all for San Junipero. Ugh.
It almost
Uh,
was like,
down it.
and it was all a dream
Yeah,
as well. Almost.
yeah.
It was Virgin in that.
I saved you because you're.
Your audio's going a wee bit, by the way.
What do you mean? Oh,
I
got to
think
be
you've got a loose wire somewhere.
a loose wire. It's a USB cable plugged into. Is it bad?
No, you're just dropping out now and again.
I don't know.
So anyway,
Uh,
it was almost like it was all a dream, and
Yeah.
but I did like it, the fact that what I was saying earlier, it was like, so the guy goes there, gets a job with them, and then he's told, you'll work it out what we're doing here.
mhm.
And then eventually you realise they're trying to look into the past to find the origin of man.
Yeah.
Well, that's what it tells them anyway. That's what it is. Then the reality is that he's actually trying to recreate a version of his, or see a version of his daughter where she stayed alive.
Yeah.
Where she never didn't die. But in doing that, they end up realizing that they can see into the future as well.
Yeah.
So it's such a so layered, and
Yeah.
um, and then that comes into it at the end, because they can look to see how the people that they've went against are behaving.
Yeah.
How they're going to be behaving against them, and see what the outcome is. And that is just a total mind melt, I think. And there's more layers to it than that. It's,
No, but
it's
it's kind of nice how
pretty high.
he kind of brought it round as well to his previous movie, Ex Machina.
Mm-hmm.
And this really is a spoiler. In that Devs is actually Deus, so
That's right.
Ex Machina, and it's also that whole to move forward you have to move backwards a little bit because it's Ex Machina before Deus.
Yep.
All this kind of crazy stuff.
Yeah, there's so many layers, so much to it. It's quite slow paced. I mean, I'm watching that Tales from the Loop.
Mhm.
Almost losing the will to live, by the way, for that one. That's so slow. But
I watched 2 minutes of it and I went, "Oh my god!"
I mean, see each story, you're like, yeah, it's cool.
Mhm.
But oh god, so slow.
Yeah.
Um, Devs is virgin in that, but not quite.
Yeah. I mean, there's plenty of action in Devs. I mean, there's the several murders for a start.
Yeah. Mhm.
Like the car crash, the running away from Kenton, the meeting with the Russian spy. All these kind of things kind of moved the story along. And like I was saying with episode 5, it just felt like it was like retreading of stuff that we didn't need to know.
Yeah.
It didn't move the story
It's
forward any further.
it's very serious though as well, isn't it? There's hardly any humour in it whatsoever.
No, there's like one joke.
Hardly any.
There's a bit in it where after spending the night together, Jamie and Lily are lying in bed, and
Aye, that was a bit I was thinking of.
that's it. There's just a joke
Aye.
about a
Can we
cat.
just be normal? And he's like, yeah, okay.
Did you put the
Aye.
cat out?
I
Oh,
put the trash out,
yeah.
and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, quite, yeah, it wasn't funny, but yeah, that was the only bit that was kind of amusing.
So it was all.
But I did enjoy it, and I like these kind of high concept things. Melts my brain for
Mm.
a while. I'd probably give it 7 out of 10.
Yeah, the end for me just kind of it was such a down ending, and not in a downbeat ending. I'm okay with downbeat endings. Believe me, there's a couple of things I watched this week that are downbeat endings, and they were excellent. But for me, it was just this disappointment. The fact that it was just this simulation, and then Katie talks to the senator and says, how do we keep the power on in this thing? It's like,
Yeah, well, that's the thing. So if that machine gets switched off, then that's them gone.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, there's so much to deep dive into, but
yeah. And then are we living inside a simulation? I guess that's probably where he started from, and then
yeah, maybe,
it's the simulation, and then he created the story from that point. That would be my guess. Uh,
maybe. As I was watching it, I was kind of thinking, wonder where the germ of the idea came from.
yeah,
The kind of the genesis of it.
mm,
But
yeah. There's also some similar themes going on in Westworld just now. With this
mhm,
Rehoboam thing, they've got the main bad guy in which, by the way, get renewed for another couple of seasons. I think they go to
right.
6 with
I've
Westworld.
not actually watched any since the first one. I need to catch up with.
To be honest, I mean, I don't know where they can go after the third. I mean, I'm sure I'm sure they'll figure it out once the money truck arrives. But I mean, season 3 feels like it could be just the end. They could just end it after season 3, and
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Have you completed it then? Have you?
No, I think there's still like 2 episodes to go.
All right.
I think.
Oh well.
Uh, but I'm looking forward to it. Look, I mean, it's been great so far, season 3.
Yeah. I've heard that. Heard it's better than season 2. Season 2 was fine though.
Yeah. Oh no, season 2 is okay.
First one was still brilliant.
Yeah, I mean, the first one was like, this is the original thing, and kind of,
Aye.
you know.
Aye.
But this feels like it feels kind of like they've planned this one out, whereas season 2 we didn't know if season 1 was going to be a success, so we'll just like we'll just figure it out as we
Yeah.
go along. And it was like, and we're going for season 2, and they're like, oh crap, and then they like run and try and get everything together.
Yeah.
Felt a bit rushed.
I think that's me.
All right, okay. Well, this week, um, I have been mostly watching not very good things. So I started off the week Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday night watching Waco,
Ooh,
which is
grim.
uh, it's a story about the government keeping everyone indoors. If you want to read it on that level, um, and it's not often that a television show or a movie affects me in any particular way, but I've got to say the Waco thing, I didn't feel good after it. Like a real
It's a dramatization of it.
yeah. So it's the story. It's that guy Michael Shannon, which you've seen the guy in 100.
Oh yeah, I like him.
Yeah, he's really good, and he plays the.
Superman.
Oh, is he in Super? Oh yeah, he plays. Yeah, you're right. He plays
Yeah.
Zod, doesn't he?
Zod. Hmm.
So he's the exec producer on this show, and it's a mini series. So I think it was like 6 episodes. I think,
Mm.
um, and so it's about the negotiator and what happened inside the Branch Davidian house in Waco, Texas.
Mhm.
And it's told perspectives because it's actually based on 2 books. It's written by one of the survivors of the Branch Davidians, and it's written from the Michael Shannon's character's part
Mhm.
viewpoint. So it's good the fact that they've done that. So there's a kind of balanced sort of thing there. And it can, draw your own conclusions. Was it a cult? All this kind of stuff. But just the fact that it, like the government went and just broke into this family's house for no reason other than to serve a warrant. It was just kind of scary, and then just what happened and the sort of all the screw ups that ended up happening. It definitely was much more sympathetic towards Branch Davidians than it was to the FBI and the ATF.
I mean, there was kids burned alive.
Yeah,
Which
it was. I mean, it was like there was absolutely no need for what happened at the end of that siege. And they in video that he sent out, David Koresh, real name Vernon, apparently, he said, you could have arrested me at any time. He said, I go jogging every single morning. You could have arrested me as I went by your house, because they were camped out at the house at the bottom of the road.
right.
Apparently, he's like, you could have arrested me anytime, but you chose to do it when everybody was in the house. Why did you do that?
Hmm.
So anyway, it's I urge everyone to. It's fascinating television. Everybody is amazing in it. They all put in sterling performances.
Is that Netflix?
Yes, it is. Yeah,
Oh, good. Right, okay. I'll watch that.
watch it. And then just to cheer myself up, I watched the movie Flight with Denzel Washington,
Oh yeah.
who's about an alcoholic, drug-taking airline pilot who boards a plane the morning after an amazing hangover. Has
We've all done that.
a
Just not flown it.
yeah, exactly. Oh, never fly drunk. He downs a couple of bottles, the little bottles you get in a plane, the miniatures.
Little miniatures,
A couple of them, and then flies the plane. The plane goes into and he's it upside down to save the plane, and then writes it, and then the crashes. And it's
Yeah.
the story of the aftermath of the crash, like in who was all affected by it.
Does you land upside down?
No, he lands the right way around. He kind of flips the plane around at the last second.
That's a true story.
No, it's directed by Bob Zemeckis.
Aye. Mm-hmm.
Everybody's great in it. Kelly Riley's in it as well. She's really good in it. And the guy that plays Chris Pike in Star Trek, he's in it as well. Oh, and Don Cheadle's in it as well. And John Goodman's in it. He plays the drug dealer. He plays like a kind of dude esque character. It's kind of funny.
Right.
Anyway, it's such a good character drama. I haven't seen a movie like that. I haven't watched a movie like that in a while. So,
Mm-hmm.
but it's just that kind of old fashioned character piece. It's really good, really, really well done. We watched Devs, as we talked about. Tag, we watched that.
Oh, that's good.
It's funny.
I enjoyed that film.
Yeah, I thought it was a good going romp, as they say.
Mm-hmm.
and it was fun because it was good because there wasn't really any, there wasn't a baddie in it.
No.
It was just this kind of, and it wasn't even like pratfalls and comedy and things like that, but there was funny lines in it, which I liked as well.
It's another true story.
It's based on a true story, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then last night, was it last night or Friday night? Friday night we watched My Spy, which is Dave Bautista.
Oh yeah, I know this one.
Yeah, and
This is kind of this is his kindergarten cop moment.
it's exactly Kindergarten Cop. Because at one point I got up to go to the washroom, and he says, "Do you want to pause it?" And I went, "No, it's fine. I've seen this before." It's almost exactly the same plot as Kindergarten Cop.
Yeah.
Almost exactly.
Yeah, he must be kind of stretching his acting chops. I like him actually as an actor. I think he's a really good actor.
Yeah. He's actually pretty good in this, and it's not a bad retelling of Kindergarten Cop.
Yeah. It's an unofficial remake then, is it?
Unofficial remake, yeah. Ken Jeong's in it as well. Christian Schall. They're both excellent in it. So yeah.
Yeah, good.
Highly recommend it. Shall we talk news?
Yes.
Okay. It's not good news.
Oh.
Sorry. Apparently AMC, we talked about them last week. We're going to open until there's a product from Hollywood to open with.
Ooh.
So seeing as how everything's getting postponed, it could be a while.
But surely there's movies, movies ready to come out, though, surely.
Well, that's it. So why is Fast and Furious, for example, not that I'm champing at the bit for this movie or anything, I am, but let's say Fast and Furious, they're not releasing that until next year now. Why can't they release it now?
Yeah, as in streaming.
Well, no. I mean, like, so let's say the theaters open within the next month. There's a movie sitting there ready to go. Everybody else is cancelled. Why can't we why can't the marketing push happen now?
I'll be honest with you, I do not think that theatres and that will be open this side of the year.
You think?
Nah.
You mean like movie theatre, like theaters and movie theaters alike?
Sport events? No, I don't think so. No, because I mean, if you think about the
You mean to the public for sporting events? I mean, like, would they still have sports though?
you could have sports, but not
People in
have people in. But then, surely the atmosphere's all part of it.
A little bit, yeah.
And then obviously, who pays for the team and the lighting and
Yeah.
I know the TV companies have got a big stake in how much money
Still expecting people to
teams get, but I don't know. I can't see it, and I think the paranoia will keep people away as well and stuff. I mean, who wants to be stuck in a cinema with loads of other people and one person will cough and
start a mass panic?
You'll leave, because you're all paranoid about it. I don't know. Sitting in the vicinity of people, and then, like we said before, do you have like one row you can sit in, the next row you can't, and then it's like everybody sits a seat apart as well. I don't know. I just can't see it. I see it.
And then when you leave, you got to leave like one row at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, that's a skinny anyway. So apparently AMC is not going to open until they have something to open with. And talking of not having things to open with, Spider-Man sequel has been pushed back, and so is Doctor Strange as well. So Doctor Strange is going to be March 2022.
I saw that Scoob, which is the Scooby-Doo new animation, that's going straight to streaming.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. So advertised today.
On HBO Max.
The new thing, that new HBO thing. I don't know what it's going to be on.
I think it's Warner, isn't it? Scoob.
It will be. This could be.
Look at it.
So that's going straight. But it's like Tenet, Tenet. Christopher Nolan's new movie.
Yeah, that's supposed to be June.
It's still scheduled for July, I think it is. Maybe is it June, July.
So going back to Scoob for just a wee sec. If you look up Wikipedia article, it says Scoob is an up-and-coming American direct-to-streaming computer-animated comedy film. It wasn't originally straight to streaming.
No, it wasn't. It was getting advertised in the pictures. The last movie we went to see was Sonic, and it was. I'm pretty sure it was advertised before that.
Yeah. Yeah, Scoob will be released in video on demand on May 15th. It was initially set to show in theaters in the United States the same date, but the theatrical release was cancelled in response to the coronavirus pandemic. It doesn't say, according to Wikipedia, it doesn't say what it's going to be streaming on, which is really garbage because I'm pretty sure
Well,
things.
yeah, but it's not going to be a specific stream. You can just buy it on your whatever your favorite thing is. So it'll be in the Sky stores or the iTunes store, or
Okay.
it'll be that. But it's like 20 bucks or something.
Yeah. Well, that's less than the price of going to a cinema. So.
Yeah, that's just to stream it, and then
to rent it. You mean?
And then to buy it, I think it's 25. But yeah, but Christopher Nolan is still, he's a big cinematic guy. His movies have got to be seen that way and all that stuff.
Yeah.
IMAX and things like that.
Yeah.
So he's still hoping out, but I don't know. I can't see it. Well, some cinemas are talking about reopening in America.
Are they? Well,
yeah. Can't remember what areas it was. I'm not sure if it's Florida. You see that mad woman on the mayor of Las Vegas? She was on talking about open the casinos, open the hotels, get everybody back in. Pure loony. Not caring.
Wait a minute.
Not caring a jot about anything.
Is she just reenacting the Duke brothers at the end of Trading Places?
Aye.
Maybe that's what she was doing. She's just quoting it. Turn the machines back on.
Aye. Yeah.
So apparently Disney World is going to have a tougher time opening than Disneyland. Skeptics are saying this is the usual. Disney hasn't said peep, but everybody's like, oh no, Disney World is going to have a bigger. So they reckon that the reason why they're going to have a tougher time reopening is because most people who visit Disneyland come from in-state, so they come from California.
Mm-hmm.
Most people who visit Disney World come from the world, and so they need to make sure that they've got everything sorted out before they reopen.
Why is that? Why is Florida more of a international tourist thing than California one?
I think it's because there's two parks in California. There's Disney's California Adventure, and then there's Disneyland. Whereas Disney World is a whole bunch of hotels and parks, and so there's not just two parks there. There's a whole ecosystem going in there.
Because the first one was in California, wasn't it?
No, the first one was the Prime Park was Disneyland in Anaheim.
Yeah, in California. West Coast.
Yep.
Aye. Florida's the.
Because it's got the one with Epcot Center, Animal Kingdom, Hollywood Studios, and Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
And it's got all the water parks as well. It's got the golf clubs. It's got everything. Anyway, let's leave on this is the last piece of news. Let's end on a nice happy note.
Yippee! As Anakin Skywalker would say.
No, he would not. So we all know Cassian Andor is getting a TV show through Plus. So as soon as all of this is over, they'll start shooting that apparently, or at least they'll do pre-production. Someone's coming back, so we get K2SO is coming back. So that's Alan Tudyk is coming back as K2SO, and what's his face? Diego Luna is coming back as Cassian Andor, and Mon Mothma is coming back.
Yep, I heard that.
Yeah.
Wonder if we're doing any action. Pew pew.
I'm not sure.
Probably not. But you might. You never know. Or should just be kind of all statesmanly.
Probably all statesman. Yeah.
Probably that. Probably that. Yeah. I hope they don't have her as an action hero or something.
I hope not. I hope it's just to be a foil for him being a damn fool.
Aye, hopefully. The kind of
the sergeant. She needs to be like the sergeant in cop
movies. Yeah.
I don't give a damn what you're saying. That kind of stuff. Slamming the desk.
Yeah, well, she need to black up then, won't you? They're always black.
What's going on in here?
They're always black in Dirty Harry and all that. It's always a black chief inspector or whatever it is.
Sergeant. Axel Foley's boss, who was a real police officer in Detroit, I believe.
Was he?
Yep.
That would be funny though if they did it like that. I didn't realise that Rogue One was $1 billion movie.
Was it? Oh yeah. Okay. I can see why. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was one of the most successful Star Wars movies that have been.
And yet they never made a sequel.
Rogue 2.
I'll give you a beat for that. That's good. Rogue 2. I think they did do a sequel. It was called A New Hope.
It was. You're right. Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, that's it. That's all the news that's fit to print, as they say in the newspaper industry that no one reads anymore because no one goes out to paper shops. Anyway, if you that was weird. If you like this, thumbs up. If you didn't like it, thumbs down. If you want to smash the like button, that'd be awesome, and notify and subscribe and then the bell and all that kind of stuff.
All that up over here and round there and then whatever.
And across that way.
Aye.
You get anything do you want to talk about?
Take care. Stay safe.
Keep
isolated.
We'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.